Get back to our continuing coverage of the snow, and no one knows snow quite like the reliable snow plowing specialist. Norm Detrick is joining us live for a look at what his drivers are seeing as they get set for the first snow of the year. Norm, want to say good morning to you, and here it is. The snow is back.
Good morning. Welcome to 2025-2026 snow season.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. How would you say that the first snow compares to others we've seen in the past?
You know, it's exactly like you guys predicted. We're going to have those pockets that would set up, and that was exactly what we saw. So we were able to stay ahead of it, keeping our customers safe as they get into the buildings.
Yeah, and I mean, the meteorologists like Matt Wentz, I mean, you really have to pay attention to what they're doing. Obviously, a big help for you.
You know, it absolutely is. When you show the maps and the timing of the storms, your accurate forecasts are really, really meaningful to us. And as we all know, we live in lake effect snow areas, that changes. So those up-to-minute forecasts really help us a great deal.
Yeah, no question. You have quite the command center where you monitor the weather and your drivers, the area where your drivers do the area. What can you tell us about that, the area that they...
So we service all of northern Ohio, from Columbus to the lake, to Toledo, and then into Pennsylvania. And then we have two different tiers of monitoring. We have a weather wall, which we do the ODOT cameras, just like you guys do, but we assemble them from a west to east fashion. And then secondly, we have the snowplow cams, which you guys are going to be seeing a little bit later this year, where we actually have cameras mounted in our trucks so we can see exactly what the conditions are on the road.
One thing we love about you guys is you guys are proactive, not just reactive. You aren't just waiting for the snow.
Oh, for sure. We're prepping for snow all year round, and now obviously it just picks up pace. But we're definitely proactive, where we send out rovers prior to snow actually coming down and hitting the ground, and then we try to time our resources accordingly to get the customer the best result possible when they first come in the morning, or shift change, or whatever the customer's specific needs are.
All right, Norm Detrick joining us live here this morning. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for being on with us here this morning. And enjoy the upcoming winter season. All right, Matt, let's turn it over to you now, as everyone wants to know how long this is going to last and what we're in store for.
Yeah, so I don't think we've seen the bulk of the snow yet. I mean, this lake effect's just getting going. We got a little taste of it last night, live shot outside this morning, and you can see some of the dark clouds. These are lake effect clouds around here. Boy, they'll be with us for much of the day. There's not a lot of snow falling in downtown right now. In fact, if you work downtown and you live out in the snow belt where you got an inch or so, you're going to come down and there's going to be bare pavement and grass here downtown. Really not too much of an issue quite yet. But again, we're not done. We've got that weather impact alert that goes all day today. It'll go through tonight into tomorrow morning. By midday tomorrow, we'll start to wrap things up. But we're going to be dealing with lake effect snow. We will have some heavy bands in there as well. Look at this shot right now. We now have a snow-covered cam at 71 and 303 out in the Brunswick area. So not much to show you there as that snow continues to fly. We've got snow over at Hopkins right now floating around the air, 33 degrees. And we have winter weather advisories that are out for a good portion of Northeast Ohio for those wintry weather conditions that you'll be experiencing throughout the day. I mentioned this morning on the morning show that we were going to get a little break and then we'd see an uptick in the activity. And boy, do we see it here in the last 2 or 3 radar scans. You see how we go from not much to there you go. Snow starting to develop here across Northeast Ohio as the winds have reoriented out over the lakes. They're starting to shift a little bit. You often get a little lull as they're shifting, and then once they're reestablished, we'll start to develop new bands again. Heaviest snow, though, get this, out in Huron County, folks near New London picking up some good snow. Wakeman, you've been in and out of it as well. As snow continues up in Lorain County, we've seen an uptick. Nothing incredibly heavy, but it is snowing, and the snow will put down a quick coating on area roads that are not treated. We've got snow in Cuyahoga County again that's picked back up. Pretty good little bursts in there. We get some little Dippin' Dots, those little balls, and some of the more organized snow squalls that we have. And this uptick is going to continue throughout the morning. Cold air is coming across these warm lakes. They picked up 14 inches of snow downwind to Lake Michigan overnight. incredible rates there. They had hail mixed in, thunder and lightning. For us, not quite as intense, but I do expect a pretty decent band to develop here. We've got connection with Lake Huron as well, so that moisture comes across Lake Erie, and you see we're just getting going here as this band I'm expecting to develop on the west side of Cleveland and then move east throughout the day. It's cold outside this morning, 20s to near 30. You factor in that gusty wind that we have. Look at that, 18. Snapshot wind chill in the Canton area, most of us in the low 20s. You got to find that winter gear once again. It's been a while, but we certainly need that as those wind chills aren't going anywhere throughout the day. It is going to be a cold day. So in terms of the snow, expecting that snow to work back into the Cleveland area, and it'll be around all of northeast Ohio with perhaps a single intense band as we get into the midday and afternoon hours. Your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast, you can kind of see that shift as the wind turns northwest. That would blow most of these bands of snow out towards the east side of Cleveland, so primary snow belt ought to get the most this afternoon. Outside of that, just some occasional snow showers mixed with sunshine. It'll be just a cold day as you get outside of the snow belt. Snow will continue mainly in the primary snow belt east of Cleveland tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll see more of the same, but the winds will start to turn southwesterly, so that would take any band of snow that we have. I mean, we could have impacts tomorrow morning's rush hour as well. It would take that band off towards the north, and then we'd say goodbye to it. There are some signs we get a quick hit of snow area-wide tomorrow evening as a clipper system glides through, and then we talk warmer temperatures from there. So we'd be done with the event after that. How much snow? Not a ton from here, but wherever that band sets up, we could end up with several inches of snow. I'm going an additional 2 to 6. Mainly primary, but also secondary snow belt could get into that, and then we'll have to watch for that band that develops, maybe clipping eastern Ashtabula County later today. I think it'll be out mainly towards Erie and Huron, or Erie and Crawford County in Pennsylvania. Could get some real good snow there. The warm-up is on the way. We got a nice ridge coming in this weekend. Oh my goodness, it's going to do a number on our temperatures as we say goodbye to the snow with that little clipper system. May have a little lingering rain out towards the Ashtabula Lake counties on Wednesday, but then we would dry out into the upcoming weekend with our next shot at rain arriving sometime late Sunday. Union Home Mortgage 10-day shows the warm-up. I'm pretty optimistic with these numbers because I just like 60. 60 on Saturday, 63 on Sunday. Much different than 35 today, Brissa.
And way better than 35.
Way better.
Way better. 63 sounds great. Kind of far-fetched from what we're feeling today, but we'll get there. Just got to get through today.